Alright everybody, welcome back to the second tutorial of the channel. If you missed the first one, make sure you go back. If you don't know how to speed flip yet guys, it's a very simple thing to learn and it can really help improve your rank at a very rapid pace if you're still in the lower ranks. But now let's get on to how to learn how to flip reset consistently, which is why you clicked on this video. Now I know that for me personally guys, I made flip resets a way bigger deal than they actually needed to be, and that's because they're kind of idolized within the Rocket League community, but I'm here to tell you that they're not that hard. It's a very simple process and you can honestly get it done within a week. It's really not. It's not all that, guys. Just follow the steps in this simple process that I'll be teaching you today, and you should have it down. Now, guys, if you're looking for a tutorial from someone who's completely mastered the game and knows the ins and outs of everything, this is not the video for you, because I'm actually someone that learned this not too long ago, but I think that there's actually some value in that, because players who've already mastered the game, when they go back and try to explain it to other people, they actually can't really remember what were the little mistakes that they had to fix and what were the little challenges that they had to overcome. So I think that's a good reason for me to make this tutorial right now, so that I can explain to you the little things that I had to fix up and most likely the same challenges that you're going through and how to overcome them. So let me know at the end of the video, drop a comment if you think that I actually did a good job with this tutorial and if you learned something valuable. Now with that being said, let's get right on to the tutorial. Let me stop yapping and wasting your time. Let's go. First things first guys, you're going to want to know how to have a decent amount of aerial control before you even think about going up for a flip reset. That was a bit of an extensively powerful one, but guys, before you even think about going up for the setup for a flip reset, you have to make sure that you have some form of aerial control. So in order to do that guys, you want to know how to feather your boost. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before even thinking about flip resetting is knowing how to feather your boost. Alright, feathering your boost means you're not constantly holding it, because if you're constantly holding it going up, you're not going to be able to control your momentum. Okay, and momentum is a very big thing in Rocket League. So just by tapping it one by one, you're actually you should already be capable of doing a flip reset. It will take a little bit of practice just to get the muscle memory down, but that's really the big trick. That's the big trick right there, feathering your boost, guys. I don't know if you've heard this before or not, but this is what will give you an insane amount of more control in the air. Now that you've practiced feathering your boost for a little bit in the training, you should be able to go for the setup, which is the second step of doing a flip reset. Now another thing that you should know how to do before you go for a flip reset guys is knowing how to air dribble and keep the ball up, getting a good setup so that you can have the ball above your car and keeping it as a good carry throughout the entire dribble. Alright, so you want to know how to get under the ball and just keeping it above your car, sending it all the way through. The reason you need to know this first is because of the setup itself. You want to get a similar setup where you are still under the ball, so you can still control the ball and get it to where you need to get it. But instead of going for a tap as soon as you got it off the wall here, instead of going for this type of setup, guys, you're going to want to go for one of two setups. The first one being that you directly go for the flip reset. Now this means that as soon as the ball goes up in the air, you try to catch it before it hits the peak. See, this was an example of a bad flip reset because I actually didn't hit it until after it started falling down. So you will see that when the ball goes up, it reaches a peak, and then I just caught it as it started going down, guys. That was another bad example. The idea with the flip reset and getting it before you even tap the ball is to get it before it reaches the peak so that the momentum isn't bad. Your car won't fall as soon as you hit the ball when the ball isn't falling into your car. So that's the plan with getting the flip reset before anything else, before you even tap the ball. Another thing you could do is hit an air dribble first and then get the flip reset. Essentially it's the same thing. However, you can get a little more danger for the opponent and a little more speed, guys. So this is actually a more efficient way of doing it. You hit it one time. Right there, I actually had a pop. So what I'm going for here, guys, is what's called a pop. When you let the ball just fall into your car, you can get a clean pop by instantly flip resetting, so you don't have to actually focus on what to do after. A big issue for people that are trying to learn flip resets is that once they get the flip reset, they don't really know what to do with it. So by letting it fall into your car, you're actually able to just get a nice little pop over there. Most of you have probably noticed that sometimes you get this pop, but you don't know exactly why. It's actually just because you're letting the ball fall into your car. By letting the ball fall into your car, you get a lot more control on the flip reset itself and the power that you want to give it. It gives it a nice pop, and it's very hard for defenders to save. So this is actually something I recommend learning once you've got the essentials of the flip reset itself down. But until then, guys, focus on the basics, get the setup. The setup will include you taking a little stop right before you go up, hitting the ball one time, boom. little pop. What do you guys prefer out of the two? I still personally prefer the method where you hit the flip reset before the ball reaches the apex or the peak of the hit after the setup, because this way I get a lot more control, and I like to go for the musty right after. Alright guys, now I actually want to make sure that you learn how to flip reset, or that this was a helpful video. So try this out for a few days, come back and drop a comment, let me know how I did. Let me know if you guys were able to get that flip reset. I would love to be the reason that you were able to get the flip reset. And if you really enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. And if you really want to support the channel, subscribe will go a very long way, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.